All of you are asking what is the situation with regards to the Omicron variant in the country, particularly because of how it's spreading across the world. Right now, over 230 cases of Omicron have been confirmed in India. But because of the fact that experts have all warned that a third wave is inevitable, you've got authorities preparing for any eventuality. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be chairing a key review meet today as Omicron cases have crossed the 200 mark. The centre also issued directives to states to step up measures to contain the spread of Omicron. Now, the government has advised states to set up war rooms, to impose night curfew if needed, and to also carry out door-to-door contact tracing and searches. The centre has also asked states to enforce home isolation and to accelerate measures to ensure 100% vaccination. Delhi, which has also registered 57 Omicron cases, has imposed new restrictions for the holiday season. The Delhi Disaster Management Authority will be chairing another meet to strategize how to curb the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, in Maharashtra, restrictions are in place. Remember, 65 cases have been registered in the state of Maharashtra. The Karnataka government has also imposed curbs on mass gatherings. Restaurants and bars will only be allowed to function with 50% capacity. No special events, no DJ parties are allowed in Bengaluru or, for that matter, across Karnataka. Goa, which at this time of the year sees a huge influx of tourists, has imposed Section 144, which prevents gatherings of more than 3 people. The state government has also been asking people to adhere to social distancing norms and to wear masks at all times.
A super mutant variant, another looming COVID wave, steadily climbing tally. A concerned government is now stepping up the Omicron fight. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to hold a big review meeting on Thursday. The centre has also issued directives to states to step up measures to contain the Omicron spread, advising states to set up war rooms, impose night curfews if needed, and carry out door-to-door contact tracing and searches. The centre has also asked states to enforce home isolation and accelerate measures to ensure 100% vaccination. Delhi Disaster Management has banned all kinds of functions in view of Christmas and New Year. While parties themselves are banned, strangely, 200 people are being allowed to attend marriages and other such functions at the same time. The Delhi government has also imposed curbs on large gatherings and restricted seating capacity in restaurants to 50%. These curbs will remain in place till the end of the year.
Due to the rising Omicron cases, the DDMA has extended its pre-implemented COVID curbs till the 31st of December, due to which restaurants will still have to operate at a 50% capacity and large gatherings continue to be prohibited along with all religious gatherings.
Restrictions have also been imposed in Mumbai, where parties on terraces and beaches have been banned. However, Mumbaikars will be allowed to hold indoor parties with 50% capacity. Gatherings with 25% capacity are allowed in open areas. Special approval will also be required for a gathering of over 1,000 people.
BMC officials is also saying that it is keeping an eye on the situation. If continuous rise in the Omicron cases are there in the city, then more stricter curbs can be applied.
The Karnataka government, meanwhile, has also imposed a ban on mass gatherings. Restaurants and bars will only be allowed to function with a 50% customer capacity. No special events or DJ parties are being allowed anywhere in the state of Karnataka. Tourists who've been flocking to Goa in the holiday season will face an imposition of Section 144, which prevents gatherings of more than 3 people. The state government has also been asking people to adhere to social distancing norms and wear masks at all times. Many of these rules across cities and tourist destinations in the country could intensify in the days ahead. India Today will keep you updated. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's take this across to our National Affairs Editor, Rahul Srivastava, who's joining us with all the latest updates on the Prime Minister's meeting today. Rahul, good morning. Is this meeting that the Prime Minister is holding today going to be with state governments? Viewers particularly are curious about 2 issues. One, will there be some sort of clarity on whether there's going to be a booster shot available for citizens? Second, on whether there's going to be a lockdown-like situation being reimposed, stricter curbs perhaps from the centre?
Good morning, Akshita. See, this meeting comes in the wake of one very clear picture which is emerging is that Omicron virus variant is definitely 3 times perhaps more transmissible than the earlier Delta ones. And second, it could not be as severe. And in this backdrop, with 57 cases already detected in Delhi, Maharashtra 54, Karnataka 19 and others, it is now that there is going to be likelihood of a pan-Indian footprint slowly emerging as far as this variant is concerned. And that is why the government does not want a repeat of what happened as far as the second wave of COVID-19 is concerned. If you recall, from March 1st till June sometime, the second wave recorded nearly 2 lakh deaths, which is the second highest across the world, with Brazil topping the picture with 2.3 lakh deaths in the country. And virtually 2,000 or more than that cases were being recorded every day in large cities. And that is why the government, the Prime Minister, realizing that it spreads faster, means that there could well be a surge of number of patients reporting as far as the new variant is concerned. That is why what the government realizes that the pressure on the health infrastructure is going to be immense. The likelihood of that immensity of that demand from the health infrastructure, the Prime Minister is likely to review what kind of preparedness exists on the ground as far as the states and central agencies are concerned, because the Health Ministry was directed last week by Prime Minister's office that it should compile data on what kind of infrastructure exists. So in terms of ventilators, oxygen plants which were commissioned under PMK's Yojana and several others, all the measures will get reviewed. Second would be that what is the likely scenario which is going to be unfolding. That's the Health Ministry is likely to report, and in that only the Prime Minister is likely to create a picture in which Health Ministry is likely to be advised, Home Ministry and others to coordinate with the state governments that what kind of measures can be introduced as far as on the ground to ensure that there is not a likely spread. See, we have noticed there has been tremendous laxity as far as COVID protocols is concerned. True. People are not wearing masks. And remember, the holiday season is coming, and this will be the season when people will be traveling. So will there be certain restrictions on travels in terms of people moving from one state to another, one district to another? Lot of these measures that what needs to be done from here on as an early warning system for the entire country could well be taken up by the Prime Minister at the meeting.
All right, we'll track the outcome of that review meet very, very closely. Rahul, thank you for the moment for joining us with all those details. Now